Okay, day 29. Yay, what 2 more to go. All right, so today I'm going to talk about financial education, why it's so important for your children to understand, and even just start being financially educated, and how you can do that. So some strategies that you can use. So Pete and I were discussing how to help one of my friends the other day, and she has this passion of wanting to set up her own business, teaching people about wellness and yoga and meditation. And, it's such an inspiring passion to have, but she's stuck. She's stuck because she's afraid to move on. She's afraid that, the savings that she does have, goes, if it doesn't work out. She's afraid that she doesn't have that salary anymore, that backup. And you know what? It was the same with me. And I was afraid of all those things as well. But, and it was interesting because Pete and I met up with her, and Pete was helping her to discuss some strategies which could maybe help her to become a little bit more financially independent. And I was thinking to myself, because a lot of people look at us and they go, okay, well, how did you invest all this? How did you invest into property, and how do you have all this money? And then I was thinking, yeah, actually, how did I do it? Because I didn't ask mom for money, and so it was through a lot of my savings. So and so we talked through sort of what happened before, and how we actually saved, and how we were so financially educated. And I mean, like, financial education is so important because at a level of understanding, financial education helps reduce stress. Because when you're stressed about not having enough money, when you're stressed about not being in a position where you can just quit your job because you hate it so much, like that doesn't give you a fulfilling life. And so at that level, the lack of financial education, creates a lot of stress, and that's why we want to reduce that stress. Not only that, but when we have savings, when we're financially educated to save and to budget well, we not only are able to be good with our money, but we can use that money towards towards a more financial independence, and that freedom of financial independence, and by financial independence I mean not needing to work and having a passive income that comes in. So and that freedom allows you to go for your passions. And yesterday we were talking about grit, and that is what it is. It's really fulfilling, having that fulfilling life, and wanting to go for those passions if you've discovered it later on in life. And financial freedom, financial independence helps you to do that. It creates more time, and it creates more time for you so that you can think of what's possible in your life, and how to go about, fulfilling your passions in life. And I guess it's also the ability to give back more freely, because, a lot of us, we find that life is more purposeful and meaningful when we give back to society, no matter how big or how small it is. But it's just that being able to be more financially educated, and a little bit more financially free, or the freedom to actually give back, or just to even donate a little bit, helps. So how do we teach our kids from a young age to budget and to save, and to be more financially educated? We were talking about how it's so important for kids to know the difference between needs and wants, you know, because kids will always ask for whatever they want, but it's really important to tell them that, you know, instead of thinking about what they want, think about what they need. So, you know, knowing the difference between a need and a want. So a need being something that they must have in order to thrive, in order for them to thrive physically, mentally, emotionally. But a want is something that they choose to have, you know, and that actually they can live without if they don't get it. You know, and it's so good to teach the needs and wants, because I was thinking about this whole, you know, like hype about KonMari, and, you know, the KonMari method at the moment, where simplifying things is really in. And I mean, I've been doing the KonMari method as well, and then I thought, you know what, instead of doing the KonMari method, why don't we teach kids to you know, to differentiate between what is a need and a want, and to actually just purchase things that they need. Because if they do that, then they don't need to do a KonMari method, because it'll be very simplistic. You know, another thing is, you know, my parents, my mom always taught me, I mean, one of the things to avoid is to avoid hooking onto harmful habits. So my mom used to say, you know, what happens when you get sad? Like, what happens when grown-ups get sad? And she taught me that, and she was saying that when grown-ups get sad, sometimes they, you know, they do other stuff to make them feel better. Like, for example, do drugs. They, you know, smoke. They eat a lot. They, you know, emotional eating. What else did she say? They gamble. They go, you know, they go to the casino and gamble, and they do a lot of shopping. And, you know, I mean, for us, what is that called? Shopping therapy or whatever it is. So, you know, with mum, she's such an eccentric woman, but she says to me, rather than do that, why don't you use your money for the good? Because when you give your money away, or when you buy something for someone that needs that thing, so for example, food for the poor, when you donate your money towards a good cause, when you, I don't know, when you just, and even if you don't have money, when you just go out and help other people, you feel better. So you no longer feel that sadness. And, you know, that's really helped me to, you know, to sort of go, okay, well, you know, when I'm feeling sad, I don't need to look towards these harmful habits of like wasting my money on all these, you know, drugs and alcohol and whatever it is. Because what happens after, you know, after that one time that you've, you know, had a drink and feel better, you know, then next time you're going, oh yeah, actually, when I have a drink, I feel better. That and that's not a good habit, you know, and actually that wastes a lot of money after a while. You know, explain or encourage your children to do things that they enjoy, because when they enjoy what they're doing, when they're passionate about what they're doing, it teaches us to stay sharp, and it teaches us to be more energetic, and that actually makes us want to accomplish more things. And so, you know, I mean, like, I know it's financial education, and I'm talking about passion here, but passion really goes hand in hand with this, because, you know, passion motivates us. It drives us to want to do more. So that's why, you know, this does go hand in hand. Also, teach your child to spend what they have, you know, and you know, turn their backs on unnecessary loans, because teach your child to, you know, I mean, like, I'm not saying that all loans are bad, because, I mean, you've got you know, I guess like the mortgage for an investment property or a mortgage for your house is a good debt. But I'm talking about loans where it's more about wants rather than needs. So you know, ask them when they want something, or if they want to borrow money so that they can buy something. Ask them. Make sure that they can tell you why it's an investment. If they can tell you that it's an investment, then it's a great way to teach what loaning is, and to teach that method of I can borrow you money, or I can lend you money if it is it helps you in some way. So, you know, they might be able to go, it's an investment because I will learn how to be resilient if I buy this course, or it's an investment because, well, this is an investment. Buying a mop and a bucket is an investment because I want to go out and I don't know, wax people's cars, or like, or clean people's cars for more money. So you know that that's an investment, and that's a great way of teaching investments in an early age. And lastly, this is one that, I mean, like mum's taught me about the abundant mindset, and yes, it's a little bit spiritual, but really I felt like it was so important to share because so the last one is to donate genuinely, or to donate or to give back genuinely. And I completely believe that what goes around comes around. And not only that, but giving genuinely makes you feel so happy, and it surrounds you with the right people. It surrounds you with good people, because when you're giving, you're then building a relationship with that other person, and you never know. I mean, like, that other person might be able to help you in some way to create more of that financial independence, or, you know, or to help you budget one day. You just don't know. And I mean, like, with anything, I guess with the last one, donating genuinely, you always have to have the intention to donate. And I remember when I was little having that mindset of, that's okay, I can earn that money back, but those people need it more. And, you know, it's really served me well, actually, because that mindset, that abundance mindset of, actually, I'm okay without this money, I can give it to someone because they need it more, allows me to realize that, yeah, actually, if I can, like, how can I make more money, or how can I be more savvy with my money so that I can give more away? And that sort of mindset helps you to sort of like translate it and transcend it to much more financial freedom in the future. So yeah, anyway, that is my talk on financial freedom today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you tomorrow for my last Facebook Live. Yay! Bye!